Okay, in this video we are going to see whether we can wrap a vector. Vector is a heap allocated array in Rust, and what we are trying is we are trying to wrap a vector structure and creating our own structure. At the same time, we want all the methods in built-in vector. So that means standard. So we are trying going to wrap this structure and we want all the functionalities, um, something like, yeah, all these methods we need this len, we need push. So all these methods we need. So how to do that in Rust programming language? So going back to Visual Studio, VS Code, cargo, wrap vec, that is our project. uh, Cargo new, I believe, pin. We just need binary. And let's open the folder here, wrapvec. Okay. So how we are doing this is through implementing deref trait. So what is deref trait? So this will give, this is a trait in Rust. It's under standard OPS operations, I think. So this is the trait. We need, there's an associated type, target, and we need to define this deref as well. So when we define this deref for this example, um, we are actually giving the value, insert value reference back as a return value. So let's see, we will try to create a struct, and I'm naming it as wrap, and it's a tuple struct with one member, one item, which is vector of a32, and that's it. And what I'm trying is I want I want to use the push method on the on this item. So I know that means I know that I need to implement the mutable version. So let's see, we have something with mute version. So we have a trait DerefMut. So let's implement this for this struct DerefMut for wrap, and it has only one function, DerefMut. Okay, that's easy. Fn deref underscore mute, and this will take obviously ampersand mute self, and it is returning self target. Okay, let's write what's there here. We don't know what is target. We will see what compiler is saying. And I know that I want to return a mutable reference to self dot 0. 0 will be this vector, first item itself, first tuple value itself. So this is what I want. When I save this, oh, cannot find deref traits. So that means I need to use std ops DerefMut. Okay, what is saying? Yeah, trait bound wrap deref is not satisfied. So looks like in order to implement DerefMut, we need to implement deref as well. So let's try implementing deref as well for wrap, and we can see this is the documentation for Rust language. So same place deref. So we will add deref here, and we need to have a type, associated type. So trait can have its own uh, associated type. So I'm just giving type target equals vect. I know that is going to be only I32. So I'm giving that, and I need to implement this function as well. Deref. It is a reference to self-target. Okay, self-target. Now, now I know that I need to when I'm dereferencing wrap, I need to return a reference to the inner vector itself. So it will be ampersand self dot zero. This is what I want. If somebody referencing wrap, I need to give a reference to the inner value itself. So that is what we are saying here. This will compiler will automatically do that if we implement this deref. So that solved our deref mute error as well. So let's see. We know that we have vector has wrap function, vector has new function. So we will just see whether we are getting new or not. Yeah, we are not getting new because this is an associated functions. Associated function. New is an associated function. I don't think we get associated function by default. Only methods can uh, dereferenced you can be used when we implement these deref and DerefMut. So let us implement a new for wrap by ourselves. So it will be new, and it is not taking any arguments, and it will return a self. What did you want to? Yeah, then self of. We know that vec has a new function, associated function. So that is what we are returning here. So this is working. So this error is gone. Now let us see whether we can add, we can push 1 to it, or maybe 10. Okay, we can push. It's working. Let us push 22. Yeah. So now let's see whether we can print this W. Some error. Does not. Okay. FMT display is not done for wrap. That's because we can derive the debug trait so that it will be printable. Debug. Still it is okay. So it's a debug printable is colon question mark. So that should work. Uh, yeah, cannot borrow W as mutable. That's true because mute is W is borrow. It's a not a mutable variable. Now we change it to a mutable variable. So now that should work. Let us cargo run. Sorry, cargo run. Yeah, it's working. We got a wrap structure with with a vector of 10 and 20, value 10 and 20. Let's see whether we can use this method. This is a method on vector. Let's see whether we can use this for our wrapper vector. Yes, it's not throwing any error. So that means, yes, we have two values. So length is 2. So it's showing 2. So just to summarize, so if you want to wrap any built-in structure um, and want to use all the methods, built-in methods for that type, we can use our own structure and just implement deref and DerefMut that will give all the methods for this built-in type. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just want to cover this deref and DerefMut trait. Thank you.